Don't give up, my friends. I want to show you this example about a house and a party, and it's going to represent markets and liquidity. You really got to understand this. I know a lot of people, we just see charts. The chart goes up, the chart goes down, green, red. What the hell is going on? Okay, so this is a house party, friends. Now, this is the greatest house party you've never been to. Everybody is getting toasty in here. Absolutely everything's going on here. We got a sex hotel here. We're playing basketball. Here I am. This guy's having a wee-wee. Someone's actually partying and painting stuff here. So there's a lot of crazy things happening at this party. That's literally crypto. Okay, we're going to look at it again. This is literally the crypto industry. Absolutely everything is going on. Now, understanding market caps and liquidity is extremely important. Okay, it really is. Because when coins go down, if you see a big fat red candle and it's down 80%, you think what I used to think. When you first come in, you go, oh my gosh, everybody's sold. Everybody's gone. Nope. No, they haven't. It's only a couple of percent of people are gone. That's the crazy part. So the example I'm going to use here, friends, is a house. So imagine there are 100 people in a house. Okay, there's 100 people in a house, friends, and they're all having a party. This is your coin's market cap. So why 100? Just think of it as a percent. Every person in the house represents a percentage of the coin supply. So you can actually draw a house here. You go, wow, we are all partying in this house, friends. It's actually going nuts. Everybody's in this house and they are partying. Okay, woo, woo. This is all the noise coming out of the house. Everybody's partying. You can actually use a little bit of a party emoji to signify everybody, woohoo. Okay, it's 100 people in here, friends, all right? So actually write 100 people. So this is literally every coin. Every coin has a percentage, right? 100 people. That's the base. Now, imagine you stand outside here. Look at your eyes. You're standing outside just watching the house. And then the door opens. And 5 people, okay, 5 people actually leave. Okay, so you have 5 people leave. Now when 5 people leave, you don't have 100 in there anymore. You've only got 95, and then you have 5 people that have left. Now, I know the percentage is only 5%, but in markets, that can mean an 80% price drop. And we can actually test this with 1inch or Uniswap. Now, I'm going to use very crude testing, friends, because there is fragmented liquidity out there. You've got market makers on exchanges. You have, 1inch grabbing them from different places as well. Okay, but you're going to get the point. Okay, so what you can actually do, friends, is you can go to any coin. You go to any freaking coin on CoinGecko. All right, you go to any coin on CoinGecko, you're like, wow, look at you, all your great coins. Let's take an ERC20. We can actually see. Let's choose ChainLink, okay? So we have ChainLink, friends. What you can do is, if you click on ChainLink, you'll go to its page here. And you can see its circulating supply. See, it's 608 million coins, all right? 608 million. So then you just get your calculator and you go, all right, imagine that 608 million ChainLink tokens out there. You go, wait a minute. What happens if 5% of 608 million want to sell? How many coins is that, friends? That's 30.4 million. So let's say 30 million. Crazy. So what would a 30 million market sell order on ChainLink do? Well, you can actually go to Uniswap. Now, I tried to do it with 1inch or some error just to show you the quote. But you can go to Uniswap here and just type in, all right, I want to sell 30 million link. How much am I going to get? I'm only going to get, look at this, friends. When it finally calculates, it's going to show you there is an enormous, devastating loss. And it finally loaded here. 99.69%. Wow. How's that work? What? Now, friends, here's the thing, right? You're selling in the Link ETH pool. It's just one pool. If you really wanted to sell, you would sell over a number of months. You would sell through every single pool. You would you'd send some to Binance, to Bybit. You would sit on the offer. You'd send some to Coinbase, and you would slowly distribute along the whole market. That's what you would do. But in meme coins and altcoins and lower market cap coins, you don't have that luxury of distributing over months and months because they're so thin and they're so hyper correlated, which is actually what you want, okay? Because when things get exciting, people come rush in. But you're going to get to see now, by the way, friends, this is price slippage, okay? There's a huge difference between what you actually get out, but it's trading down there, all right? Now, you see, this is just 5%, okay? This is literally just 5%, okay? So you can see how thin things are, right? And what about other coins, friends? What if you want to do something that's like an altcoin that, let's say it's not listed on an exchange yet, okay? We can go and even check out PEPE. Of course, now PEPE is listed, but look at this, man. So PEPE, friends, look at this right-hand side. This is Dex Screener. It only has a liquidity of 38 million, and its market cap is 3.54 billion with a B. All right, I want you to think about that number. PEPE only has 1% of its market cap in liquidity. 1% there. Now, the truth is, it also has liquidity on Binance and other exchanges. It does, but not like enormous amount. But it's how much is it going to have? An extra 1%? That is still thin as hell, man. 2%. Now, here's the thing, man. You know this liquidity number, friends, in the right-hand side? That is actually bid plus offer. So the bid, it's actually less. You got to divide it by 2. Okay, you don't have $38 million of liquidity, friends. You actually got to divide 38 by 2. You've only got $19 million on the bid. And you have $3.5 billion of so that's everybody in the house who's partying. Okay, so everybody thinks they have $3.5 billion worth. You go and ask every single person who owns PEPE, you go, wow, you're all storing $3.5 billion. But if literally $19 million want to exit, it sends the thing literally to zero. Okay, you don't even need 19 million to exit on the bid. You only need half of it, and it goes down 75%. Okay, so 19 million, you only need 9 million to want to get out net. Okay, now obviously it's not a realistic assumption because the thing is so high market cap. As it goes down, there are people who come in and buy it, and they provide liquidity, but it still goes net down. It's just it doesn't just fall like a rock. It just downtrends. That's why the bigger asset class things, they have buys along the way, on the way down. There's people who they're just playing different strategies, algorithms, arbitraging, whatever it is. They're being exit liquidity, but they're not intending to hold these things for a long time anyway, okay? So you just see, man, markets are so thin. But think about it the other way, all right? Think about this the other way, friends. Think about PEPE has $19 million today. Well, what about if it only had 1.9 million? Okay. When it had 1.9 million, you can actually write it down here. Okay, I'll show you. 1.9 million lick for PEPE, right, was a 350 million market cap coin. Okay. So you have 1.9 million small, and the market cap was 350 million. It was last year. So if you're holding it, and then I came and said to you, hey, you got to think big. We're going to hit 3 billion market cap in this. Now, if you don't know how markets and liquidity and all these things work, you would think that because your market cap is 350 million, this is how most people get this wrong, right? They think there's 350 million today, and they say, oh my gosh, how do we go from, so they think, how do we go from 350 million market cap to 3.5 billion? Okay, how do we get to that number? So most people would say, oh, we need to add $3.2 billion of money. We actually got to find $3.2 billion of cash to throw in. No, you don't. You don't need to add $3.2 billion of cash. You only need to add, friends, you see from this 1.9 million of liquidity, you've got to get to 19 million. You've only got to add $17 million. Just think about this. Okay, look at how we started, okay? So most people think, right? So we only needed to add 17 million to get PEPE from 0.3 billion up to 3.5 billion. That's pretty much it, okay? So I'm going to give it a tick of friendship. How crazy is that? We only needed to add 17 million and 3 billion in market cap got added. Yes. You see how thin markets are? They are thin, aren't they? That's why if you're holding any of the coins I hold, friends, anything from PEPE on Pulse Chain, Liquidity, but it doesn't matter what they are. Every single altcoin. Okay, I want to make videos on them later. Okay, but I've just made so many. It just got so cumbersome. We've gone through 50 to 100. But you get to see, you don't need hundreds of millions of dollars to come in. You don't. For these things to start going. Okay, that's the ignition. All right. Now, how actually do people exit in these? Well, they distribute. But how do they distribute and why do they distribute? Well, when you're in altcoins that are really new or they're young, Cycle 1 or meme coins and stuff, not everybody can exit. You're all locked together. If you are going to make it to the end, this is what I think logically was going to happen, right? Is non-believers are going to come in and buy the popular coins. You know, we've seen this in Ethereum, we've seen this in Tron, we've seen this in Solana. People come in, friends, for example, even buying PEPE. Non-believers were trading PEPE. So even I can bring you the PEPE chart up back again, right? You can see this, friends. Let's change it to like a daily chart. I can actually change this to a daily chart so we can see. Like, think about this. Look at this huge PEPE run that went up. I get up 1,000,000x. But do you see all these? Do you see all this big range up here? You see this part up here, friends? Or this big range up here? Well, if you were a big player, you could be distributing. But you could not get out maybe down here. You couldn't. You needed all of this PEPE bull friendship to appear, okay? All this bull friendship. Now, this bull friendship has a lot of trading activity, a lot of volume. Because people are coming in and your hands are switching. So you're a believer, you hold it for a long time, and then people, friends, you actually find they actually want momentum. Retailers come in, you know how we always joke, oh, they come to buy the top. Yeah, but they're coming to play momentum, and they're coming in, they want to get that 2 to 3x. They want to get a fast 2 to 3x. And you know what? So they get it right often. If they buy the right thing, friends, look at this. Look how funny. This thing made 3x quickly from March to June, right? In 3 months, a quick 3x, and you didn't have to sit through me. You got to look at this pain, right? This is a big winner, yeah. PEPE goes down 86%, dies pretty much, or there's FUD around, you know, is the devs dumping and stuff. But did you see how thin that is? So that is the actual exit plan for everybody. If you're holding through depression, you're basically, like, I'll use Pulse Chain as an example. There's 200,000 people in Pulse Chain today, okay? How does everybody exit? Well, maybe not everyone can exit everything, but the way to exit is obviously you have to wait, and it has to succeed. Because if it succeeds and the ecosystem is 25x higher, that's Pulse, that means the altcoins on it are like 50 to 100x higher, you only get it because think about this. There are 200,000 people today, and then you're going to get to 1 million people. Those extra 800,000 or 1 million people who are coming in, that's from Metcalfe's law, right? They are coming in and they're here to play momentum. They're here to play. They want to play momentum, friends. They don't want to buy low. They don't believe in this garbage. Okay, to them it's complete garbage. I think you're fully delusional. Okay, so I'm just trying to get you to step in their shoes. So that's how actually this game works. So this game works, and when you get in, we take all the risk, and all the stuff we take all the risk, but you get the high upside. Okay, but it is risk, isn't it? The risk of what if a 5-month bear market happens for crypto? What if Bitcoin just does 5 red monthly candles in a row and the narrative resets? You see all these things. People don't really believe in their hearts, but we believe. Okay. So you've seen this, right? Now, in this risky part, remember in our house party, friends, remember we're partying in the house, there's 100 people? Well, when 5 people leave the house, this is the soy boy sellers. When 5% of people sell a coin, this literally makes it drop 80%. You see how thin it is? Just 5 people. So if we go back to this example, and we're still in the house here, okay? 5 people have left. You and me, and we're still in the house. There's 95 of us, okay? Let's delete this part. Someone out here is watching like, oh my gosh. Now, imagine you watched 5 people exit this house. You're like, wow, the party's dead. The party's dead. The party's over. But there's 95 people still in here. But this thing, friends, this literal thing makes a price chart go like this, okay? You watch it, this literal part, when they leave the party, it's literally like bang, 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 bang. Like, you know, this is the minus 80% like that, okay? And it just does this rounded off part, okay? It literally just rounds off forever. You know that chart pattern. That's it. Okay, crypto, it just does that rounded off pattern like that. Okay. Now, we're all betting that the party music turns on again. That's what you're actually betting for in everything, literally everything in crypto, from Bitcoin to you name it. Okay, it doesn't matter. The altcoins are all the same. You're betting on this. Now, think to yourself rationally, because 5 people left, does that mean the party's over? No. But man, the volatility is insane, isn't it? Because yeah, it dropped 80%. But that's why I went through this example with you. And with that, friends, we'll play some nice, gentle pump music. I just want to show you, man, how easy and fun it gets when things just start going up and people start joining. Okay, because everyone, friends, I know, because of fear, we always think about, oh my gosh, 5 people have left the party. Okay, man, well, what if, have you ever thought about literally another plus 100 people joining? You ever thought about that? So 5 people have left, this goes minus 80%. Friends, what happens if another 500 people join in? Okay, now the smaller your thing is, you have a smaller user base starting, there's higher odds you can get that doubling of the people, right? That gives you a 4x in price. See how easy it is? But then it's hard, right? If you're a Bitcoin, with Bitcoin, you have 320 million people holding. How does Bitcoin do a 4x of price? It needs another 320 million people. That's why in Pulse Chain, friends, for Pulse Chain to do a 4x, it just needs to add 200,000 people. Compare 200,000 people to 320 million. Okay, now this is just Pulse Chain. Imagine in the altcoins. There are altcoins here that just got like 3,000 holders, 1,000 holders. You see PEPE, Telegram, PEPE on Pulse Chain's Telegram's only got like 269 or less than 300 people in the Telegram. You see what I mean? But because there's so many options, there's a lot of like scams and traps and you don't really know, right? Are the things going to be abandoned or not? We don't know, right? But ultimately, we know the truth. Soy boys must be rinsed as they are destined to remain losers forever. Okay, so the other 95 people, we're watching those 5 people sell and it goes down. And remember, in these lower market cap things, there's none of that combative buying volume to take them on. There isn't. It's literally just 5 people leave because there's not enough people, right? You know, these bigger coins, right? With Bitcoin, let's say if in the next bear market, let's say Bitcoin hits 500 million people, in the next bear market, it'll probably go back down to like, 300 million. But it'll go from 500 million down to like 400 million, back up to 450 million, down to 350 million, back up to 400, back down to 300. You see that? And then when it sits at 300 million, it's going to take a long time to build the base. That's a whole year of a bear market, you see, before it can finally rise up again. But with these altcoins, you don't need that much time. But we're all hyper-correlated anyway. But you get to see, right? It's so much easier just to add a couple of thousand people, right? And they ultimately, like, everybody wins and then no one wins. Like, it's a game. It's a game. It's like literally you look like just some sadistic, masochistic, whatever it is, guy just getting like, bondaged and slapped all the time, kicked in the nuts, the dominatrix things. Yeah, it feels like that. Just getting kicked in the nuts over and over and over again. I know. But you get the higher upside. But other people, they don't want to play that game. They would, for example, Pulse Chain fans at like 500-600 million market cap, that's PLS, with a circulating supply of users only, removing the origin address. Believe it or not, people don't want to buy that. They want to buy Pulse Chain at 15 billion. They want to buy it 30x higher. And they want to bet that it can go from 15 to like 60 billion. That's a 4x. They want to do that. And trust me, it's the same thing with Bitcoin, man. People felt better buying Bitcoin at 50K after the Bitcoin ETF than they did at 15K. Right? There was just so much uncertainty. But it's the same thing with these altcoins and meme coins and everything else. You see? So the whole industry needs to be boosted up together. So this is actually the game. This is literally the crypto cycle in a nutshell. And I always say, don't quit on the party just yet. That's why, man, I know, trust me, it sucks. I don't want the price to go down. But then I know, like, hey, it's a yin yang. It's like, there's raining, and to get the rainbow, it's got to rain first, right? It is what it is, friends. To build muscle at the gym, you got to tear yourself up. You have to train. This is the process. It's a rinsing process. It's very rewarding, of course, but ultimately it's still a process. And yeah, no matter what you do, you can't fight everybody, man. I know you want them. Just stay, stop leaving, but you need to let them go. You need to let them go, and then you need to stay. Everybody stays. Everybody keeps believing. And then we're ready to get the next believers. Because that's what, friends, we actually find is just everybody has a risk appetite and no one really wants to move out of it. And when you're on the bleeding edge, it's funny, we're all hunting for the new latest edge, but we tend to forget that out of let's say you standardize the population to 100 people, we're literally 5. I'm not even joking. We're literally the top 5% of like ultimate bleeding edge risk takers, right? That's crypto, right? They're buying JPEG, swapping, buying celebrity coins. All right. But there is a whole cohort of people after that. They don't want to buy right away because their fear of loss is too much. Then there are people out there that go, okay, they're in the next 25%. So we're in the top 5, the next 25 comes, then the late majority, the bottom 60 come, and the very, very, very late laggards come. You see what I mean? And no matter what you do, you can't cheat that scale. Right? Even though we want to, we're like, hey man, we just want you to get in. But there are people out here, you just exhaust buyers in the early part. So we're in the top 5%. Let's say standardized, there's 5 people. Let's say there's out of 100 people in a room, 5 of us are risk takers. Me, you, and there's 3 people out there. So just 5 of us, we buy something and then like 2 of them just fall off. 2 of them want to dump. But there's literally nothing you and me can do. We know there are 95 people out there who can buy in the future. And you're frustrated. You're like, why aren't you buying now? Why aren't you buying now? It's so great. But they need time. They need time. They need the rest of the market to go up, maybe some US Fed stuff, whatever it is, okay? They just need more time. They just need to feel more confident about crypto. Maybe Bitcoin's going to hit over 100K. Then they'll start to jump in, right? And like I said, maybe they don't want to buy your meme coin at 2 million market cap. Maybe they don't want to. They'll probably feel more comfortable buying it at 50 million. Maybe there will be people who will love to buy Liquidity at 100 million because none of the Pulse Chain altcoins, meme coins, have hit $1 billion market cap now. Maybe people are going to love to buy PEPE on Pulse Chain and Liquidity and just heaps of others, HOA. People might love to buy them at 100 million market cap just because they're like, hey, we haven't had $1 billion meme coin on Pulse Chain yet. One of them's going to be this. That's another 10x. It's going to be one of these, right? So they feel more confident doing that. So that's everything in a nutshell, friends. But ultimately, if you wait for that late period, you've wasted the whole cycle. That's why it's a gruesome process, but ultimately, this is the game. Okay, we're here to take good bets, not know the future, but now you know how the game works, right? So when you see 5 people leave a house party, you don't say the party's over. You're just waiting for the music to start up again. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.